Hi, this is Navina on the Living on Light experiment. Today is the 31st of May, and we're already 4 weeks into the experiment. Quite amazing how fast the time goes. I said today that I was going to do a rundown of some of the data that people seem very, very interested in the experiment. Of course, this is a scientific experiment, so why not? It's actually a quasi-scientific experiment. I don't think what I do here is going to satisfy any true scientist. And quite frankly, I don't even notice half the things that people in the science establishment would notice. So I'm just going to do what I can and share what I can share so that the people who really do understand the science can get some more to base their opinions or whatever it is on. So I'm feeling very well. I occasionally get twinges of what feels like hunger, but it goes away pretty quickly. Today I found exercising kind of tiring, and you know, when you exercise quite a bit, I'm starting to go, I need to lie down afterwards. It's like my blood sugar does something, and so, but as soon as I lie down, it's okay. And I also have to be a little careful about getting up quickly from a lying down or bending down position. The bending down position is not so good. So again, that's I've got a very low blood pressure anyway, so it's nothing unusual. I took a nice long bath this morning. Can't do hot ones because I found in the past anyway that a hot bath is too much, and I start getting cramps in the legs and things like that. So I had a nice, fairly warm bath, and then I rested afterwards, which was nice. I had one comment from somebody asking the question how it is that I can't give an exact weight every day when I do this. And this is because the scales that I use, the Tanita scales, very good ones, but they also measure body fat. And anyway, throughout the day, our weight varies. And it varies pretty much to do with how much water intake or liquid intake is in the body. So it pretty much has to be done exactly the same time under exactly the same conditions every day to get an accurate reading. So of course I don't do that. So the body fat scale goes up or down depending on the weight, and the weight goes up or down depending on the body fat. So and every day is never a good period of time to judge weight loss. So that's why it fluctuates, because the time of day I do it is different, and sometimes I usually wear the same clothes. I mean, I'm not usually dressed by then, so that shouldn't affect it too much. But little things affect that, so I'm not particularly worried about those little details. There's also some confusion, certainly in my mind, and probably in yours too, about the weight, because I've been taking the weight from the Sunday before I started the experiment. Now that's been my weight, and that's my normal weight, so I just decided that was the weight to use. My last meal on that Sunday, in April, after that, I started doing juices. That already took out a lot of weight. And especially then, I did 3 colonics. And that took out a huge amount of weight, probably about 10 or 11 pounds. So I had been judging the weight from the point before I started losing that in anticipation of the experiment. So I'll give you today the weights from the actual day of the experiment. I started out the actual day of the experiment on the Friday the 3rd of May at 153 pounds. It had dropped from 159, so that's only 6 pounds. So that's the discrepancy, and all my friends who are scientists can take that into their accounts now. So I just measure myself. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not that accurate. But this is not a scientific experiment in the true sense of the word, and I'm just doing what I'm doing. So let me see. The bust measurement is now 37.5 inches, which is actually half an inch more than last week, but down 1.5 inches from May the 3rd. The waist is 35 inches, which is half an inch down from last week and 1 inch down from when I started on the 3rd of May. Hips, they're now 41.5 inches. That's down 1 inch on last week and still 1 inch overall. The belly, now that's where I lost most of the weight. The belly is now 39.5 inches, which is half an inch down on last week and 6 inches down from my first measurement, 3rd of May. The arm, just around here, is now 11.25 inches, which is actually 1/4 inch up on last week and makes it 0 loss. Of course, my measurements are not so accurate, but that's pretty close. And the top of the leg is now 22 inches, which is 1.5 inches down on last week and 3 inches down altogether. My weight today was 136.4 pounds, which is 1.8 pounds down from last week. So it's actually slowing down a lot. And that makes it now 17 pounds lost from the 3rd of May, but 23 pounds lost from the last day I ate before I started all of this. So I guess you just make out what you want from that. I know people find all that data interesting, so that's fine. Somebody asked me about skin elasticity, so I can't tell. Can you? I'm just going to pull the skin up like that and drop it, and in my opinion that's pretty elastic. I just actually don't know how to judge that. As I say, I'm not a scientist or any kind of medical anything anyway. So I'm finding it kind of depressing with the rain. Today is a beautiful sunny day, and you know, it lifts my spirits up. I find that I lift my spirits up when I see I'm in the sunshine. Sometimes people come to visit me from outside. They have to sit outside of the cameras, of course. But you know, when somebody comes over for a chat, or Carol comes over to watch a movie or fix something, then it's great to see her too. But mostly I'm on my own, and my friend is in the house too, and she's pretty busy doing stuff. She does all the all the technical, putting stuff on the Facebook and putting stuff on the internet and all of those things. So we have a chat sometimes, which is really nice. Yesterday I almost had a heart attack because not a real one, because my walker, my treadmill stopped, just suddenly stopped, and no power, no nothing, and I'm going, oh my God, if I can't use my walker, I'm going to be in dire straits here. But Carol came today, and luckily it was just something that blew. I didn't even have to replace the fuse. It was just a circuit, and we just pushed the little thing in, and magic. Lots of things happened like magic like that in my life. So what else do you need to know? I don't know. I think you have to ask me what it is that you want to know, because I don't think of those things. I'm still sleeping really well. Sometimes I sleep maybe 8 hours, sometimes 10. And I rest during the day too. Whenever I feel like I want to rest, I do that. I mean, part of this thing is that one needs to give space to the body to make the transformation, and not be stressed out or doing things you don't need to be doing, and just give time and space for transformation. So I'm doing that pretty well. This Tuesday, 7 o'clock, I have this interview on the internet radio, part of a discussion. It's 7 o'clock on Tuesday at West Coast time. I forget what it's called, God Consciousness or something. God Discussions, I think. So if you want to tune into that, you can more than welcome. I think I wrote it on a blog one time what it was. I forget now. I should have checked. Okay, so I think that's all for now. It's I will be doing these once a week. I won't do a blog today because I've just told you everything. And thank you so much for your support. The Facebook is spreading really well, and so I think by the end of 2 months we'll have credibility in the media somehow, and we'll just look and see what's happening at that point. Okay, so thank you.